The new Benaroya wing is open at the Tacoma Art Museum.
Tacoma Power employees share what they do with students.
And Summer Jobs 253 is accepting applications for 2019.
All that and more coming up next on Tacoma Report.
Hello, and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Laura Proctor.
And I'm Angie Foster. Some things continue to get bigger and better, and that's what's currently happening at the Tacoma Art Museum. The Benaroya wing is now open to the public. The new expansion is over 6,500 square feet and will house the Rebecca and Jack Benaroya collection, which was gifted to the museum. The new collection contains over 350 pieces. The new wing will also feature works from Tam's permanent collection.
The fabulous Benaroya collection reflects Becky and Jack's joy and love for each other. It's truly replete with masterpieces and one-of-a-kind objects. Receiving it puts Tam in the ranks of the great collections of studio art glass. And along with our friends at the Museum of Glass, it really makes Tacoma a nexus, a destination for those interested in studio glass.
I think it's the most important part about the Benaroya gift is that it helps Tacoma Art Museum, Tacoma, and the Northwest really preserve and share the history of glass, Pilchuck, Dilch, Chihuly, and why this story is so important to our art history and to our identities as residents here of the Pacific Northwest.
For more information on the Benaroya Wing and Art Collection, please visit the Tacoma Art Museum's website.
As Sound Transit's Hilltop Link Extension project brings new transportation service to Tacoma neighborhoods, there will be some improved utilities too. Tacoma Water is partnering with Sound Transit to install new water mains along the 2.4-mile route. The work is happening right now and involves replacing 11,000 feet of water pipe and renewing water services for customers along the way. Planning this work in a busy urban corridor wasn't the only engineering challenge, so was selecting the type of pipe the job required.
The plastic pipe we're using because the light rail trains actually emit a certain type of current in the ground, what is commonly referred to as stray current. And what that does is it has the potential to corrode metallic pipe. So we've opted for this project to use plastic pipe.
Tacoma Power, Public Works, and Environmental Services are also partnering with Sound Transit to make improvements before the rails are installed. Replacing old infrastructure saves on the costs and inconvenience of digging into the street after the rails are installed. It's been chilly so far this winter, and sub-freezing weather conditions are still very possible for the next few weeks. As John Phillips reports, Tacoma Water wants to remind residents that it's not too late to protect household plumbing.
During those winters when Arctic air moves in and ducks are able to walk on water, a few hours of freezing weather can mean disaster at home. Frozen water pipes can burst open and create a flood as they thaw. A few simple measures can help you avoid a huge mess and costly repairs.
As we all know, water expands when it turns into ice.
Make sure yard hoses are disconnected and drained. Install one of these hose bib covers to protect the pipe just inside the wall from freezing.
If you have exposed pipes in an unheated basement or a crawl space, you can insulate them using simple foam like this you can get from any hardware store, and you can cut it to size to fit any pipe that you need.
Always keep a little heat on in the house if you leave. Set the thermostat to at least 55 degrees.
When temperatures really plunge, Tacoma Water recommends that you open up the cabinets under your sink so that the warm air has a chance to circulate around those pipes.
A small trickle from a faucet to circulate water through your household plumbing system will also help. It's very important for you to know how to react quickly to turn off the main water supply line coming into your home. The main valve is usually in the basement or crawl space closest to the water meter location. For Tacoma Report, I'm John Phillips.
Tacoma Water can help you locate your main household water supply shutoff anytime you have an emergency. Just call Tacoma Water's trouble line at 253-502-8343.
Save the date for the 12th Annual Southbound Sustainability Expo on Saturday, March 2nd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. Participants can connect with businesses, products, companies, and agencies that address sustainability needs in our community. Come join us at the free family-friendly event. Learn more on the event website. Winter weather can take a toll on our electric bills.
After the break, we'll learn about opportunities for people with limited incomes on managing their utility bills. Don't miss it. For some people on limited incomes, paying utility bills can be a challenge. Here to share with us about Tacoma Public Utilities Low Income Assistance Program is Francine Artist. Hello, Francine. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, Francine, can you tell our viewers what programs TPU has for people who might be struggling to pay their utility bills?
There are a couple of programs that we have. We have a discount rate program, which is available for customers who are 62 and older, or customers receiving like state and federal disability income. It is, both of our programs are a income-based program. The other program for those who are not senior or disabled is a bill credit assistance plan, and that's a really wonderful program because it provides assistance throughout the year with full on-time payments. Customers can achieve up to $564 a year if they have all 5 services with us.
How can people access these programs?
The programs are available online. The information is online at mytpu.org/assistance. We also offer a financial education program credit. This is a coordination with Tacoma Goodwill, and we fully believe that knowledge is power. If people understand more about their finances, how to better manage it, that they'll be more successful in many areas of their lives. So the financial education credit is available. It's a one-time credit up to $160 for customers who go through Goodwill for their education program.
Nice. And can you let our viewers know why it's important for people to call Customer Service Center and talk with someone about bill pay options?
For customers who have limited income, and even those who are, making a higher income, there are a variety of payment options that can be available to them, like budget billing. Budget billing looks at your last 12 months of history and breaks it out into 12 equal payments for the next year, making it a lot easier to plan. And then there's also payment arrangements that can be made. So speaking with someone gives you more options, and speaking with someone before the bill is due is even better.
Right. And Francine, I want to say thank you for being here with us today, but also how much we appreciate that Customer Solutions exists for the customers out there who are struggling to pay their utility bills. So thank you to you and your department.
Well, thank you. Yes.
And we hope you come back and visit us again soon.
And I hope to be here. That's great. Thank you.
And if you need more information, please visit mytpu.org. After the break, we'll learn about a new signage requirement coming to Tacoma single occupancy bathrooms. Stay with us.
The Tacoma City Council, at the recommendation of the city's Human Rights Commission and Tacoma's Pride at Work, recently passed an ordinance that will require all publicly accessible single occupancy bathrooms to have gender neutral or gender inclusive labelings.
This ordinance, I think, treats everyone with dignity, such that everyone will be able to go into a restroom that is single occupancy and use the restroom in peace.
The ordinance will take effect on June 1st of this year. The state's legislative session is now underway, and the City Council has identified priority areas they want to address through the state and federal legislative processes.
Well, besides being a budget year where a whole lot of attention will be focused on taxes and spending policies and dealing with some major issues that cost a lot of money, McCleary, the school funding problem is still not completely finished. There'll be some tweaks to that. They've got to come up with some kind of new approach to mental health, dealing with the problems like the Western State Hospital and then the Eastern State Hospital. So those are going to take a lot of attention to the legislature, which are not necessarily issues that the city is engaged in. So we're interested in their real interest that they've got this session, that appear to have right now anyway, in affordable housing and homelessness issues, because that's something that's happening in Tacoma. It's happening in lots of cities and counties throughout the state. We're actually even offering a couple bills of our own in that subject matter, not to complicate things, but just to be helpful, because sometimes the bills that everybody works on for a while run into roadblocks that are unforeseen and things break down. We want to have a lot of other vehicles out there in terms of legislative bills that could move forward if something happens to this broad approach that we're talking about.
For a full description of the city's and TPU's legislative agendas, visit them online.
In November 2015, Tacoma voters approved a $12 per hour minimum wage phased in over 2 years. The new minimum wage applies to almost all employees who work 80 or more hours per year within Tacoma city limits. Throughout 2018, the minimum wage was $12 an hour. Beginning January of this year, the Tacoma minimum wage went up to $12.35 an hour. For more details, visit the city's minimum wage webpage. Summer Jobs 253 offers Tacoma Public Schools incoming juniors and seniors the opportunity to earn high school credits for graduation, college credits, and gain meaningful work experience. This includes 96 hours of paid work experience, up to 2 high school credits, and an academic completion bonus. The program also helps with basic work readiness, resume and interview skills, increased self-confidence, and personal growth. To learn more about the program, as a patron or a student, go to the program's website. When we come back, we'll find out about a new task force with a very important focus.
And now is the perfect time to be working in your backyard. We'll tell you all about it.
Mayor Victoria Woodards recently established a youth engagement task force. It has a very important task. Its members will be responsible for helping the city establish its very first youth commission and improve upon existing youth-focused programs. Appointed members were served from January through June, and through the course of their work build relationships throughout the community while cultivating a deeper understanding of local government and civic engagement. They will also develop the standard for youth engagement in Tacoma. More updates to come right here on Tacoma Report.
Engineering students from Tacoma Community College put aside their books and classroom computers for a week to get a real-world work perspective from Tacoma Power employees.
Okay, so it actually runs past a couple of other transformers and boxes that have a different phasing and winds up at a J box, or it could go transformer to transformer to transformer to transformer.
A close-up view of how substations operate was among the highlights. The students got to experience everything from hydro generation and power transmission to computer modeling used in forecasting power needs and marketing. It's a unique experience for the students and is part of Tacoma Power's ongoing effort to promote STEM education.
Usually in school, we're just doing some paperwork and calculating things, and now we get a chance to experience how electricity is generated and then how it is transformed into our household. That is just fantastic.
About 30 Tacoma Power employees volunteered to work with the students during their winter break. Tacoma Power hopes to inspire a diverse group of potential professionals with experiences just like this. It hopes some of them will consider living and working right here in Tacoma.
The skies may be gray, with rain seemingly lasting forever, but a northwest winter comes with some benefits for homeowners. Tree maintenance. According to those in the tree and plant business, winter is a great time to take care of your landscaping. Dave Gordon brings us more.
Believe it or not, one of the best times for gardening is winter. Trees and plants are busy sleeping, and there's plenty of rain to keep roots moist.
Well, the one nice thing about doing landscaping and planting trees this time of year is a lot of the trees are in their dormancy state.
Garden pros like Gabe say when spring does come, new trees and plants wake up.
They're not going to go through shock of the transplant. So you don't have to worry about them wilting their leaves or keeping them watered. You got Mother Nature on your side.
Winter is also a great time to prune those trees and shrubs.
Winter is a great time to do trimming, especially on fruit trees. You don't want to cut off any blossoms or cut off any harvests you're going to get on the fruit trees. So you want to prune them in this January, February time frame when everything's completely dormant as well.
Bare branches give homeowners a chance to check out their landscape and see just how much damage, if any, winter winds, snow, and ice may have caused.
So whether that's hiring a professional arborist or coming to a local nursery like ours and asking for some advice, definitely good to know what you're doing before you just start hacking at the tree. The last thing you want to do is ruin a tree for the rest of its life.
Spring's not that far away, and if you're looking for some landscaping tips or some money-saving ideas, you might want to check out the workshops over at the Enviro House or at the Pierce Conservation District. For Tacoma Report, I'm Dave Gordon.
Home and garden professionals say now is the best time to plant, especially with our rainy season in full swing.
And finally, have a small business dream but need a little help purchasing equipment? Maria Lee has this story.
More and more businesses are choosing to establish and grow in Tacoma, Washington.
I knew that this area was a potential option for us from Seattle. With the employment prospects, the cost of real estate, and generally a little bit lower cost of doing business in the city of Tacoma, we thought that it was a good option for us.
He says he teamed up with a city to make his Tacoma dream work.
We had a substantial amount of money that had to go into the improvements of the property. We obtained a conventional construction bank loan for that, but it came to my attention that the city of Tacoma had options for fixtures, furnishings, and equipment loans at a very reasonable interest rate.
Right now our interest rate is 3%, which is really hard to beat in the market. And our term tends to be a little bit longer with furniture, fixtures, and equipment than a typical bank. And then some of the other financing resources would be filled by that senior lender, the bank, or another lender.
With this foray into the Tacoma market, he decided to invest in Tacoma in more ways than one.
After beginning our project here, which was a full year of construction, and driving down here every day, I really grew to love specifically the North Tacoma area, and ended up pulling up roots, and I purchased a house and moved down here last November, and I love the city, and I'm a Tacoma resident. No more Seattle. Bye-bye, Seattle.
And business here is booming. For Tacoma Report, I'm Maria Lee.
To find out if the city's Small Business Revolving Loan Fund program is right for your small business, call the number on your screen. That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report.
A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Laura Proctor.
And I'm Angie Foster. Thanks for watching.